I'll go through how to draw that trivet in case you got lost in class when we were doing it. Now, first thing you need to do, I've set my screen up so it looks like yours when it starts, but go to the eye, and yours is probably going to be in that which is a 1/2 inch and 1/16 of an inch precision, so change that to millimetres and precision 0.0. Okay, then we'll close that. Now when I start to draw, it'll draw in millimetres. Now I'm going to come to this one, this little clapperboard on the right here, click that, change it up here to, at the moment we're in the top view, to that one there, and see how it changes the axes around. And then I've got my rectangle. Just start it near somewhere near the axis. You can start on the axis if you want. But I just drew a rectangle and took my finger off. See down there it's got the numbers. So the numbers we want are 160. Now you don't have to highlight that, just go straight to your keyboard and type it. So see down there it's gone 160, comma, 20, enter. And see it's tiny there, so we'll just zoom in on that. Okay, now see this red line, I'm going to turn that off. So I'll come here to my glasses, which tells you about what's on your screen and what you can see. I don't want to see the axes, so I'll turn that off. Close that. Push pull. And I'm just going to pull that up 20. Now see down the right hand side, I've just taken my hand off, but it's 14.4, so I'll just go type in 20 again, enter it, and put that on there. Now, tape measure. I want to draw the first little joint 40 millimetres from the edge. So I touch the corner and I'm going to measure 40. Now you can see that goes in any direction you want. So that's why you make sure it's on the line. And I'll just type in 40. See down the bottom right that it came up on the box there. Enter that. There's my 40. So while I've got the tape measure tool out, I'll do the same from this end. 40 and enter. So now I've got two dots there, 40 millimetres away from the end. Now, I know you're probably thinking, hang on a minute, that doesn't look the same. If I swing it around, you can see it is. That's sort of in perspective. As it gets further back, it looks smaller. But I'm going to leave it like that. Get my pencil tool, come here. Now, draw it down. See it says on the face. Now, sometimes that won't let you do that, so you might have to go beyond. But as long as it's on the face or the blue axis, and see down there it's got 11.2, I'm just going to click it, type in 10, enter that, and then bring it this way. You don't have to click anymore, it's attached to it, it'll just keep drawing from that one. But I want to go 20 this time, so 20, enter, drag it up, and you should be able to just click that and that'll be right. Okay, so that's there. Now I'm going to get another one. I'm just going to push escape so it gets away from that line, but it's still on the pencil tool. There. Now see what's happened there, how it's sort of asking, do you want it the same depth again? That doesn't always happen, but if it does, that's handy, so yep. And I want to come back this way this time. And see, it's preempting me again. It's saying on the face 20 millimetres, so yep. And then straight up there, make sure it's, see how you can get different angles? But it snaps on when it's blue, so that's there. Click that. Now I'm going to get my push-pull tool and just push that out. Now, it's just a good habit to get in to go and touch the back edge to show it exactly how far you want. I mean, if you do it here, it'll probably do it properly for you, so if you go through there, and it works right. But if you get in the habit of always just taking it through, eventually, once we get more complex drawings, it doesn't always go out in the right spot. But anyway, now I'm going to now make a group of that, because at the moment, if I go around and select things, see there's the surface there, or they're all individual bits, and if I try and move something, if I tried to move, say, that bit there, that probably doesn't look like exactly what we want. So I'll go back to what I had. What I'm going to do is select the whole thing, so just draw a box around the whole thing, and you right click, or I pushed click and control for my Mac, but down there it's going to make a group. So make a group, and see how it changed, and it's not all those different things. So if I select out, now if I select anywhere, see it just grabs the whole thing, which is what I want. Now, we're going to need 4 of them. So now I'm going to get the move tool, which is here. The shortcut for this is M. Now, this is where it's different with different computers. I'm going to move that, and as I do it, I'm going to touch the option button on my Mac, and it makes a copy as I move it. Now I release the button. On non-Mac computers, as you're moving it, it's the very bottom left-hand key on your keyboard. Okay, but I want another 2 of them, so I'll get the 2 of them this time, move. I'm just going to bring them out of the way a little bit because they're going to be, I need to rotate a couple of them. So I'll rotate those ones now. So I go to the rotate tool, which is with the move one, so that's that one there. And as you come in, you can see I've got a green axis, blue, there's also a red one somewhere, there it is there. I want the green because I want to flip them over that way. So green, click once, come out, click again, so it's on the axis, and then flip it over. Now you can just flip it till it says on axis, or you can down the bottom here, see the numbers are changing. I want it to be 180 degrees, so I'll just type in 180 and enter that, and that's fine. I also need to swing them around that way. So this time I'm going to get the blue axes, click once, come outside, click again, this time swing it around 90 degrees. So now they're all in the right position to put together. I'll click outside. Now to put them together, there's a couple of tricks you can do here. I'm just going to have to make sure I find the right one. Okay, so that's it. So it was that one to click on. You go to default styles, and there's one there, excuse me, called X-ray. Watch what happens. Now, part of X-ray has the axes on it, so I'm going to turn the axes back off. That was part of that a default setting for that style. Close that. Now, I might just bring one a bit. Now, you have to be careful of that. See, when I grab the move tool, if that protractor pops up, don't click it like that one. But there, that's it. I move that away. And now I'm going to grab this one and join it to it. So click, get the move, and I'll just bring it over close for starters. That'll do there. But if I zoom in nice and close, if you think about it, that square there that I'm moving around, that actually has to meet this square here when it goes in. So I could take this point, move it from this point, and touch it to that point, and it should be right. So that's what I'll do. I'll zoom in, make sure I get the right point. So I'm going to take it from that point, touch that point. See how they're together now? So now I will go get this one, move, bring it over a little bit closer. Same deal, there's the square there. Has to match up with this one. So if I take that point and snap it onto that point, and now the last one on this point, and I won't bother bringing it in, but I want that square there to touch that square there. So I'll get the move tool, take it from that corner, and it will touch that corner. So now it's all together. I mean, it looks a bit messy because of the X-ray, so now that we don't do the X-ray anymore, we can come back to here, go back to that first style that we had to start with. There's that. Once again, that's put the axes back on. Right, and if we orbit that around, you can see there that thing is, it's all put together. And because we grouped those bits before, I can now select one of these pieces and just move it up, and you can sort of see how it all goes together too. Okay, so those measurements were start with 20, 160, and these are all 40s. So 40s from there to there, 40. Remember, they're 20 across, down 10. Okay, well, good luck.